What's up, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to give you guys a quick update on Tesla and the overall market and talk about a big catalyst that's coming out for today. But just note that I am not a financial planner. Make sure you take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Webull link. If you deposit any amount of money, you're guaranteed 12 of free stocks. If you deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20. Deposit $25,000 or more, and you're guaranteed 75. The offer ends in just 3 weeks. Anyways, now let's talk about the market. So, I just want to mention that so far, Tesla's doing a decent job at holding up. And the overall market is pushing to new all-time highs. If you look at the S&P 500, if you look at the QQQ and the Nasdaq, they're approaching those highs. Doing a good job so far. But whether or not this continues is going to depend on something else. So I want to talk about what that is. Then I'll talk about Tesla and the others. So as a reminder, okay, today at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the FOMC minutes. So far, the majority of Fed speakers have been quite optimistic about the economy, especially Logan. And the market's very, very excited approaching the minutes, not to mention CPI for tomorrow. So I just want to call out that so far the market is bullish, right? I still hold the view that the closer it gets to November, the more likely it is we get that pullback, but we're not ready yet. The market remains bullish. So if you're holding anything right now, you want to be a little bit careful with the FOMC minutes coming out. This could cause some high volatility. I personally took a lot of profits during this run. I did that because of the fact that we do have a big catalyst, which is an event. And once I'm up to my targets, I already do it for disciplinary reasons. So I took profits on the majority positions. In terms of like options trading, I'm not and also like long positions and other factors like that. I'm not talking about like shares, by the way. I just want to make that very clear. Uh, I might hold some small positions through FOMC minutes. I'll have to see about that. I'm still determining that, but I just want to give you guys some context so you guys can do whatever you want to do. But for the FOMC minutes, just be a little bit careful with this data coming out. This could affect how the market views, the next, cut. So I'll be watching to see what that leads to as well. By the way, for those who don't know, the FOMC minutes is not necessarily the same thing as FOMC. It just ends up being this report that gives us more insights about FOMC. So look for volatility at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, excuse me, or in about 2.5 hours from now. So what's happening with Tesla? We have 244 as resistance. 247 is the next level above that. We came very close to 247s, which is not bad. And if we're bearish, you want to see Tesla lose 240. If that fails us, we're looking for 238, then 235. So those are your levels thus far. I want to mention that when you zoom out of Tesla, okay, all the way out like this, if Tesla tries to rebound here, at least technically speaking, it's possible that Tesla's trying to develop a cup and handle. We're about to form a double bottom. This is about to start running back up. If we get a nice event for the robotaxi, updates, if they give us more updates about the robotaxi and what's happening with the Model 2 and also Tesla's van that could be coming out, that could cause a big bounce in the share price. So we could be looking for a run back up to 260. If not, if we're going to collapse, we have a gap to fall all the way down to the 230s. So Tesla's either about to dump all the way down to 230 flat by 15 points, or we're about to run at least 15 points or higher to form a cup and handle. This depends on what Tesla announces. So if you're going to play Tesla, just be careful. A lot of times during events, Tesla runs approaching them, then it dumps afterwards. That's very common, but it's not always guaranteed. So we will see how well Tesla does. For now, what I think is going to happen to Tesla is as the market's holding up nicely, Tesla's going to consolidate, but this could attempt to rebound and try to get back to these EMAs. I think Tesla will attempt to kind of surpass this and try to bounce off a double bottom because we're trying to form a base right here at this 240 to 238 area. And so far, we're doing a good job. As the market pushes hard, this could help Tesla get back up to 247. So there's potential in this to try to bounce as long as we don't lose 240 and as long as we try to base in this area. So with the nice cup and handle structure, Tesla is favoring the upwards direction. I think the odds favor that nice push that's coming, and we're doing a good job in my opinion. For SPY, we're looking more bullish. We've surpassed all-time highs. We've never seen SPY this high before. And we're looking at 576 as our resistance. Now, with the FOMC minutes, we'll see if the move continues. If this continues to break out, we're looking for 578 as our target, not to mention 580. That's going to take us once again to new all-time highs again. So we could get closer to 580 as long as we don't lose 575. I think the odds favor that. We're doing a good job at holding up so far. Every 1 point move is going to be a next resistance level. So 576, 577, 578 are each going to be resistances. But as long as we're above 575 and we manage to get back above 576, I think we could be approaching 578 to 580. If we lose 575, we could turn back down, but as of right now, we're holding up nicely. So this has a lot of potential for more upside. For Nvidia, we pushed very nicely. I talked about how this could get very close to about this 135 to 136 area. We pushed very nicely to that resistance, but now we're slowing down just a little bit because once again, it's a new level and we already pumped so much because of the AI conference. So we'll have to give this some time. If we surpass 136, we remain more bullish, and our support to watch for is going to be at 132, followed by 130, which is where we have this previous resistance. So watch to see if that ends up being the case. And so far, we're doing a good job, so this could still run more. For Bitcoin is kind of stuck in the middle. If we surpass 62,500, we're looking for a push back up towards 63,400. If we lose 61,800, we could be dipping. We're kind of in the middle so far, so give this some time to develop. For other factors out there, we have ES. ES is looking a little bit more bullish. We're approaching all-time highs, which is what I called out in my morning video. If we break this, we're going to be looking for 58.40 as our next potential target. And our support to watch was at 57.80. So we'll see how well we hold up. But nonetheless, this still looks a little bit more bullish for the 58.40 target. For others out there, we have NQ. This hit my target of 20,400. If we could break that, we're going to be looking for these highs to be tested at 20,500. And for bearish, you want to see at least 20,200 to turn back down. As of right now, it looks more bullish, so it has potential to push higher, so give that some time. For other factors out there, we also have the QQQ. If we end up losing 489, we could be dipping back down to about 486. If we continue to break out, we're looking for 492 as our resistance. So if we break this high up here, this could actually push up to fill this gap up here, taking us up to about 498. So there's potential for us to get very close to 500 if we break past 490, 494, which is where the high is up here. So watch 492 as resistance. If that breaks, we're looking for 494, followed by much higher levels. And I see potential in this nonetheless. So far, so good for the QQQ pushing with SPY. Aapl looks more bullish. If we hold above 228, we're looking for 230 as our target. It's doing a good job to fill this imbalance. If we lose 225, we turn back down to 223.8, but overall looks more bullish and wants to get closer to 230. For the IWM, we called out if 218 breaks, we're looking for 220. We're so far very close to 220, so we're doing a good job. For Coinbase, we ended up pushing back up, getting back above 169. As long as you hold above 169.6, I think this could be pushing up to 172. So I see potential in this. For Amazon, as long as you hold above 183.6, we're looking for a 185 target. If we lose 182, we could be dipping, but as long as we're above this resistance, I think we could be looking for 185 on Amazon. Meta's a little bit weak. We had some negative news that came out. There was some disappointment when it comes to some things that were going on. There was a lot of things that are being insinuated about Meta. So some bad news has come out for it, which is why it's underperforming. If we lose 586, we're looking for a dip back down to about 580. It's looking a little bit weaker now. We need to get back to 600 to turn back up. This looks like it might be retesting 586, so be careful. Microsoft is bouncing. I called this out yesterday. As long as we get back above 414, we're looking for 420. We came very close to that. Look at 420's resistance. So we'll see if that breaks or not, but we could push a little bit more. Google's also a little bit weaker because we had a price target downgrade by BMO Capital. So we had some negative ratings from analysts. This is why the share price is a little bit weak. We're trying to base at 161, and we have resistance around this 163 area. We'll be watching 162.5 as our target, and we'll see how it ends up reacting from there. As far as the VIX goes, we're dipping right now. Don't forget the VIX also has this gap to fill down here. So if we lose 20.5, we could be dipping to fill this gap. That could be because of the market potentially pushing. Despite the market dipping, or despite the market pumping, the dollar is also pumping with the markets. This could change as time goes on, but so far it's not affecting the market as much as it normally does. So the market remains bullish, and I think that there's more upside potential as we're surpassing all-time highs. Tesla's just kind of shuffling right now, but there is potential for it to bounce as we get closer to the robotaxi event. As of right now, it's a little flat, but this could try to rebound. So give it some time, and I think that there is still potential in Tesla's chart nonetheless. All right. So have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys very soon. The next one in just a couple of hours. Don't forget at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the FOMC minutes. I might not release another video until after this is out, so we'll see what the move happens to be for the markets. Until then, have a great day and peace out.